Point TV. In this video, we are going to be talking about why technology is important in education. Before we continue, please support this channel by subscribing to this channel and liking this video. The kids in this century are already privileged with technology, and even in the nearest future, they are going to be more privileged to even more technology. What can we as teachers and parents do about this? The kids of this century are already privileged with technology. They already use technology in their day-to-day activities. As teachers and parents, what we can do is to find a way to make sure that this technology they're already privileged to is channeled in even more proper directions, like using them in their classroom learning and teaching activities. My name is Amarachi Johnson Uba. I am your favorite software developer and teacher, and I'm also the founder of Techducation Point. So let's get to it. Why do we talk about infusing technology into education? You, of course, know as an adult, you have this phone, you're privileged to watch this YouTube video. It's technology in action. So one of the very first reasons why I really love imbibing technology into education is the access to information that you can get. Basically, any information you need in this time can be found by just a Google search. Be it answers to assignments, be it helps when you're programming, be it questions that on things that are confusing to you. There are tons and tons of information and resources, both free and paid, that you can get virtually by typing in a search question on Google. The second reason why it's very important to add technology to education is the ability it gives the students to practice what they've learned. Just imagine teaching students about the White House, for instance. You talk to them about the American elections and all that. With technology, you can simply show them and allow them to see what you have just shown them. They could even virtualize themselves in those environments where they otherwise would have never been able to get their feet on at such a short time. That is an advantage technology gives. With technology, students can be able to implement project-based learning, carry out projects, try to simulate the environments of things they've been taught in classrooms. For instance, again, if you teach students how to build engineering students, and you teach them how a tractor is built or something like that, you can actually help them try to simulate what they've been taught in classrooms and even practice their projects and their assignments. Another very important reason why I think technology should actually be part of education, and why I encourage you as a teacher, as a parent listening to me now, watching this video, to find a way to overlap these two, is the ability to go global. About 2 months ago, a friend of mine was able to win what was that title again? I think that was Global Student Award. Yeah, I think she couldn't make it to the finalists though, but she was able to be among the, I think, the top 10. This wouldn't have been possible without technology. Without technology, there was no way a student from University of Uyo could be able to compete globally with students from all over the world without leaving the confines of Akwa Ibom State. That is one of the important. With technology, a student in Nigeria who has a question could reach out to a professor, could reach out to a teacher. You can collaborate with students all over the world. You can collaborate with them on projects, you can collaborate with them on assignments, you can take tours with them. With technology, a child is no longer limited by just his or her immediate environment. He can reach out to the world, make friends with people of various cultural and educational backgrounds. And I think this is something that is really important for students to see more than the environment they currently reside, and to be able to aspire to more than their immediate environment currently gives to them. Now that brings me to the next point, which is the ability for students to learn at their own pace. Okay, basically in the traditional method of teaching and learning, the only chance a student gets to listen to what their teacher is saying is in the classroom. And if you're not able to get what they are saying, or jot down some things or write your notes, you can't just be able to replay some of the explanations anymore. But with technology, just the way I'm recording this video, you can always come back to this video to watch over and over again if there are things you didn't get at the first time. Now, there is no certainty that a child who has about 12 lessons in a day will be able to recall exactly everything the teacher says in the whole period of time. But with technology, they can always go back home and replay those videos. In this instance, it's called flipped learning. Flipped learning is a situation where you teach a student in class and also give them resources to be able to replay whatever you've taught them at home. That's flipped learning, combining physical and online materials to make students understand better. Another reason why technology is important in education is that kids are already technology savvy. They are already technology native. I mentioned this at the onset of the video. The kids of this century are already privileged to technology, and there is literally nothing you can do to stop this. I mean, the kids in even the future centuries are going to have even more technology at their disposal. So what do we do about this? Do we withdraw them from this? It's literally impossible. The only thing we can do is to try to use this medium that is already available to them. They already love this, to also teach them. Now we have online Bibles, we have online churches. What do you think is going on? It's because churches realize that this is where people live now. A lot of people spend more time on social media and online platforms than even in their physical present life, right? So you bring whatever you do, teaching, church service, and everything to them where you know they will definitely come together. Okay, so students are already privileged to technology, so the earlier we bring this technology into their teaching experience, into their learning experiences, the better it would be. The next reason why this is really important as well is the ability to teach students how to be responsible online. This is also leveraging on the previous point I just made right now. Students are already online. A lot of them have no idea how to be digital conscious. They don't know how to ensure their safety online, to stop themselves from being bullied via social media. They basically are there. A lot of them are really clueless on how to go about all the online safety measures. Now, as teachers, when we learn about technology, we can be able to teach these students how to protect themselves online. There are a lot of bad things going on online. A lot of bad people online who are trying to prey on unknowing and young teenagers and students to probably bully them or blackmail them. So we as teachers and parents need to know when to come in. We need to know how to protect these students from the dangers that abound in the online space. There are also a lot more other reasons why technology is important to education. I've been talking about this from the students' part of things. If you also check from the teachers' part of things, technology makes even your work as a teacher to be easier in the aspect of giving online tests, in the aspect of giving online assignments, in the aspect of communicating constantly with your students through your groups, in the aspect of recording your resources as a teacher, in the aspect of marking their tests, their quizzes, their examinations online, even the resources that abound to you as a teacher when you implement technology. So when we are talking about technology in education, we are not just talking about it from the student point of view. Technology is both important to students, to parents, to the children. With technology, students, parents, and children would not have to depend on the once in a 10 PTA meetings to communicate. With technology, both students and teachers and the parents and school authorities can have a place where they have more communication. There would be more feedback between students and teachers. I remember when we were in secondary school, there was literally no way for any students to give feedback to either the teacher or the school authorities when things are going wrong. But with technology, it's easier for students to express themselves. The communication channel is a lot more enhanced when technology is being implemented in the classroom. So if you're a teacher out there, you're a student out there, you're a parent out there, I think it's high time that we start looking for ways. If you've not already started, start looking for ways to implement technology in your education. It mustn't be so matured or very, what's the word, it mustn't be perfect at this point. Okay, it always starts from the little processes you take, from in recording videos, in creating a group, a Google group for instance for your students. It starts from you getting a virtual reality headset for your students to be able to see certain parts of the world. It starts from you trying as much as you can, using Google Earth, using Google Classroom, using different technological tools that are at your disposal to improve learning outcomes, then before you start trying to get into the more enhanced aspect of things, right? So I do hope you learned something from this video, and of course, if you did, please share with people who would need it. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.